Hello dear listeners, welcome back to Timeless Romance Tales. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more aristocratic intrigue, forbidden slow burns, and the kind of love stories that steal your breath in the dark. Now tonight's tale? It's about a gentleman who played games with hearts, and the lady who shattered his rules with one daring move. Let's begin. The rain poured like silver threads across the windows of Ravenford Hall, drumming a restless song against the glass. Inside, the drawing room flickered with the warm glow of candles, and murmurs of polite conversation rippled like silk. Lady Aurelia Carlisle stood alone near the tall bay window, swirling her glass of Madeira wine while ignoring the curious stares drifting her way. Tonight wasn't her night to dazzle or charm. Tonight she was only observing. And she was observing him. Lucien Hawthorne, Viscount of Thornwick, master of charm, master of deception. Every woman in the room watched him with a mixture of longing and suspicion. Lucien had a reputation, one he earned with equal parts brilliance and wickedness. It was said he could see a secret the way other men saw a smile. Tonight, that unsettling gaze found her. He excused himself from a cluster of admirers and walked toward her with slow, deliberate steps. Aurelia kept her expression neutral, though her pulse betrayed her. "Lady Aurelia," he said softly, "you're avoiding me." "Impossible," she replied. "One can hardly avoid a man who takes up this much oxygen." He smirked. "Is that a compliment?" "It's an observation." Lucien tilted his head, studying her with a curiosity she didn't appreciate. "You're angry with me," he concluded. "Oh." She sipped her wine. "Should I be?" His voice dropped. "I may have interfered." Aurelia's eyes snapped to his. "Interfered with what, precisely?" "With Lord Henley's interest in you." She felt heat rise to her cheeks, not with embarrassment but fury. "You had no right." "I had every right." His tone sharpened. "The man is a gambler. Reckless. He would have ruined you." "And you," she said stiffly, "ruin women with words instead of dice. What's the difference?" Something flickered in his eyes, surprise, then amusement. "Well," he murmured, "aren't you sharp tonight?" "I'm always sharp," she replied. "You simply don't pay attention to anyone you cannot manipulate." That made him still. For the first time, Lucien Hawthorne looked unsettled. Aurelia curtsied politely and walked away, but she felt his eyes follow her like a shadow. 2 days later, a letter arrived at the Carlisle townhouse. Aurelia opened it reluctantly. "My lady, you misunderstand me. Meet me at the Thornwick masquerade tomorrow night. I want to show you something only you are clever enough to see." Hélas! She nearly tossed the letter into the fire. But curiosity, that fickle creature, gnawed at her. And more than curiosity, resolve. If Lucien Hawthorne wanted to play a game, she would not be the pawn. She would be the opponent. The night of the masquerade glittered with lanterns and laughter. Costumed guests swirled through Thornwick Estate, cloaks sweeping marble floors and masks hiding more than faces. Aurelia wore a silver mask adorned with small pearls, a gown the color of moonlight, and a confidence she'd carved from hurt and defiance. The room went silent when she entered. Or perhaps only Lucien went silent. The air between them taut as a drawn bow. He approached her slowly, dressed in black velvet with a raven-feathered mask highlighting the sharpness of his eyes. "You came," he said quietly. "You summoned," she replied. "I invited." "Semantics, my lord." He chuckled. "You wound me." "Good. You deserve worse." Lucien extended his hand. "Walk with me." Against her better judgment, she placed her hand into his. His fingers curled warmly around hers as he led her through a hidden door and into a dimly lit corridor. "Where are you taking me?" she asked. "To the truth." "That sounds like another of your lies." "Then let me surprise you." They reached a quiet library filled with shelves of ledgers and letters. He closed the door behind them. "Aurelia," he said, voice softer now, "I know what the Ton says about me." "That you are dangerous," she replied. "Manipulative. A man who collects secrets the way children collect marbles." He nodded. "All true. So why bring me here?" "Because you deserve honesty." He gestured to a desk stacked with documents. "And because you're the only woman clever enough to understand what I'm about to show you." She crossed her arms. I'm listening. Lucien reached for a ledger and opened it to a page filled with names and figures. These, he murmured, are debts owed by men of power. Some are losing estates. Some are bleeding their tenants dry. And some, like Lord Henley, are seeking wealthy wives to fix their losses. She stiffened. So you weren't lying. Henley would have destroyed you, Lucien said. I stopped him. Aurelia stared. Why tell me this? Because you asked why I interfere. His eyes burned into hers. And the truth is simple. He exhaled slowly. I cannot bear the thought of you being in another man's hands. Her breath caught. But you ruin women, she whispered. I protect the ones who matter. Do I matter? She asked, voice trembling. More than I should allow. She should have walked away. But the way he looked at her raw unmasked made her feel unsteady. Still, Aurelia wasn't finished. You expect me to trust you? She asked. No, Lucien replied. I expect you to challenge me. Then answer this, she demanded. Why keep these ledgers? Why meddle in lives that aren't yours to touch? Lucien hesitated, then opened another drawer. Inside it lay dozens of sealed letters, all marked with the crest of widows, orphans, and displaced tenants. I use their secrets, he said quietly, to keep ruthless men in check. Aurelia froze. You protect people. I have no title, he said. No seat in Parliament. But I have strategy. And I have leverage. And I use both. She stared at him, shaken. And you tell no one. No one but you. Why me? He didn't smile. He didn't flirt. He simply stepped closer, voice almost breaking. Because everything I am, he whispered. You see too clearly. She looked away, suddenly unsteady. He reached for her chin gently. Aurelia, look at me. She did. And he kissed her. Slowly, cautiously, as if afraid she might vanish. When he pulled away, he rested his forehead against hers. You terrify me, he confessed. You confuse me, she breathed. Good, he murmured, smiling against her lips. Then we're even. The next morning the ton was rampant with new whispers. Aurelia Carlisle and Lucien Hawthorne were seen together. Unmasked. Unchaperoned. By afternoon, the rumors turned cruel. She's his newest conquest. He'll ruin her. She'll never marry now. Aurelia found Lucien pacing her family's drawing room, fury flashing in his eyes. They're targeting you because of me, he said. I'll end it. You'll make it worse, she retorted. You always do. He stopped. Then tell me what you want. She hesitated. Then, I want you to stop playing games. Lucien stepped closer, almost desperate. I want you, he said. Not a game. Not a conquest. You. She shook her head. But I want proof. His brows rose. Proof. Yes. She lifted her chin. If you truly want me, Lucien, then stop hiding behind manipulation and show the world who you really are. Lucien swallowed. That would destroy everything I've built. No, Aurelia whispered. It will rebuild you. As someone worthy. He stared at her. Then slowly he nodded. That evening at Lord Ravensby's dinner, Lucien did the unthinkable. He approached the center of the room and raised his glass. Before we begin, he announced, voice steady, I have something to say. Dozens of titled heads turned. Lucien looked at Aurelia. Directly. Fearlessly. For years, he said, I have involved myself in matters that were not mine. Murmurs rippled. Some men, he continued, use power to crush. I have used knowledge to defend those with none. Silence. And if that makes me a villain in your eyes, he said, so be it. But know this, if you target the innocent, if you prey on women of fortune, or tenants of desperation, I will stand against you. Shock froze the room. Then he set his glass down. And I say this, he added more softly, because one woman has demanded I be a better man. He turned toward Aurelia. My lady, he said, if you will allow it, I would court you properly. A gasp echoed. Aurelia stood, heart pounding. Her eyes met his. And she smiled. Very well, my lord. Let the game begin. Lucien's answering smile was slow, dangerous, devoted. "Oh no," he murmured, taking her hand. "This time, the game ends with you." And for the first time, the Viscount who deceived everyone was defeated. Beautifully, completely, willingly, by the only woman who ever saw through him. Lady Aurelia Carlisle, the woman he could never outmaneuver, the woman he would spend a lifetime trying to deserve.